This is the Retirement Key Podcast with Abe Abich, founder of Abich Financial Services.
And I'm Heather Branch, here to ask Abe for his ideas on what you can do now to better prepare for your financial future. TheRetirementKey.com is where you can start your conversation with Abe and his team. We also have links posted in the show notes, so you can just click there or again find us at TheRetirementKey.com. Abe, I know people saying the most wonderful time of the year around the holidays, but for me, it's this time of year. Spring is my favorite season.
Amen. Amen. That's all I can say. More sun. I wish that was the case year round. I wish we didn't have the daylight savings time thing. I wish it was just year round. Mm-hmm. Got baseball starting.
Yes.
We've got some action in collegiate sports.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
All the good things. Mm-hmm. And we were talking off the air. For me and my husband, the spring cleaning is serious this year. So much so we're moving. We're moving to a completely different house. So the spring cleaning that has been is legit. Do you and Shelly? Do you guys do that?
Well, we're actually expanding into brand new office space across the hall. You're
doing your own kind of professional move this year.
Yeah. Shelly's handling that all with a great design and architecture firm here in the area. But man, there's a lot of decisions that have to be made on a daily basis, and it's a huge space. So we're really excited about that. But it's kind of our new thing right now. And here within the next 30 to 40 days, we'll have occupied both spaces here at our headquarters across the hall from each other.
It's very exciting for you guys. I mean, you need the space because you guys are overflowing because you're having so many people coming to you asking for help.
Yes.
Trying to figure out, all right, here's my big pile of money, Abe. Like, now what? I'm 60 years old. I'm 65. I just want to live a happy, healthy retirement. I have this visual of somebody shoveling a pile of cash across the table to you being like, here, you take it, fix it.
I mean, people know how to grow and accumulate their money. A lot of people do, but people do not know how to distribute it, withdraw it, have it last next 30 to 40 years. 12,000 baby boomers are retiring daily for the next 10 years in a row. 12,000 baby boomers daily the next 10 years in a row. And what's unfortunate is that well over 90% of our industry continues to just focus on investment management. They're missing the boat. Clients are missing the boat, and they're realizing, I need help with Social Security, long-term care, healthcare, taxes, insurance planning, estate planning, income, RMDs, pension decisions. And I'm not getting that when I just talk to somebody about my investments and my rate of return and my allocation. That's one of 7 to 8 really important pieces in a comprehensive retirement plan. Yeah. That's how we're different, and our clients get it.
Thinking about the folks, you were just talking about 12,000 people a day. Is that right? 12,000 people every single day for the next 10 years.
That's right.
And for some folks, it's a little bit more of a struggle than they had hoped. The so-called Beatlemania boomers are actually facing a retirement crisis. New research shows that the youngest baby boomers, who were born between 1960 and 1965, have significantly less wealth than older boomers. And the reason, very unfortunately and sadly, is because of the Great Recession, Abe. It hit them at their peak earning years between their late 40s and early 50s in their working years. And their savings for many just never recovered after the markets tanked, even though they were still 15 years or more from retirement. And I know a lot of people had a lot of tough lessons learned from that time period between 2007 and 2009, Abe. And thinking about somebody who is retiring now or looking to retire in the next 5 years and worrying, imagining that the same thing could happen to them. How do you work to prevent this from happening in the financial plans that you build out?
You've got to have a retirement plan that's focused not just on growth, Heather, but protection and preservation as well. From 2007 to 2009, the S&P 500 lost 53% in 18 months. In calendar year 2008, it was down about 38%. But from 2007 to 2009, peak to trough, top to bottom, negative 53. You can win by not losing in retirement, and you can win by avoiding large loss. Yeah. In our opinions at Abich Financial, a large loss is negative 20 or greater. We flirted with that just 2 years ago in 2022. We blew through that in 2008. And although markets have been at all-time historic highs to start off 2024, which is wonderful, everyone loves that. We love it. Our clients do. Everyone's happy when the markets are going up. You've got to wonder, okay, we're hitting all-time highs. How much longer can this last? At what point could we see a correction, a downturn, things slip and go backwards?
A lot of people have been asking for the past couple of years. People have been waiting for the other shoe to drop.
And it just feels like it should. And so what we do know is that the markets, it's healthy for the markets to go up and down over the course of our lives. And usually every 3 to 4 years, the markets go up, then we correct. 3 or 4 years up, pullback, right? And so we'll see. This year is an election year. Hard to imagine the markets falling before the election. Not to get too political here, but there's all kinds of political football going around in D.C., right? And so we'll see what happens. But you can speculate all you want. You need a plan. Be proactive. Put a plan together. So we just had a couple call into the show, come into the office, and ultimately become clients. They live in Fairfax, Virginia. About $3.5 million saved, retiring within the next 12 months. A 6 on our risk scale. And their biggest issue in working with a big box firm elsewhere was that the focus was almost all on growth, rate of return, allocation, diversification, what they're making on their investments. While all that's fine and good and appropriate and necessary, there's so much more attention that it needs to be focused on other areas of the plan at the same time, because our wages are ending. We're not going to be contributing to our retirement accounts anymore. Not going to be getting those matches because we're not an employee anymore. And we're going to be falling back on everything we've done the last 30 to 40 years to last us the next 30 to 40 years of retirement, right? I mean, think about this. You could have more time spent in retirement than you did during your working career.
For some people, that can happen, doesn't it?
Right. That's right. So this couple would realize, well, all right, we've done a fantastic job of getting to $3.5 million, but there's nothing protecting our principal. It's that classic, typical stock, bond, cash mix that most firms out there use. Big box firm that they are with, no comprehensive planning, just the investment management. And so the solution was to put together a transition plan that would help them transition successfully from their working careers into retirement. We call that a phase 2 retirement plan with phase 2 focused investments. We can't be invested like a 40-year-old anymore. That means instead of just focusing on growth, it's got to be growth and income, risk and safety, principal protection built in, preservation strategies built in so that the monies are there for us in our 80s and 90s should we live that long. Really a comprehensive plan that focuses on safety and focuses on successfully transitioning into phase 2, our golden years.
Okay.
So if you sound like this couple from Fairfax, Virginia, and you say, you know what, Abe, I've done this all on my own, or I'm with a big box firm as well, and it just seems like I'm just getting investment management. I'm not getting answers on all these other decisions that need to be made. Go to our website, theretirementkey.com. Click on the Contact Us tab at the top of the page, and we can begin to have these conversations with you about your portfolio and life savings as well.
We also have links posted in the show notes, so you can just click there, or again, visit us anytime at theretirementkey.com. All right. So something else that we talk a lot about here on this program is the idea of women and money, because it's actually a very important conversation, particularly for people of a certain generation, of a certain age. There was, for the boomers, this stigma of men do the finances, but women are outliving the men, Abe.
Yes.
So we need to talk about what people, turns out, don't want to talk about. You ask the question, what's more difficult to discuss, money or your love life? It's one of the questions a new survey by Wells Fargo asked. And here is CNBC's Sharon Epperson on the subject.
47% say having an open and honest conversation about their money is more challenging than discussing their romantic life. Half of women are reluctant to talk about money because they consider it a private topic, compared to 41% of men. Women are also more likely to say they don't want to talk about money because they feel they may be judged.
We've got to get rid of this stigma that we have as a society. How do you make women a part of the retirement conversation if they have any kind of reservations?
This is coming up more and more for us, Heather, and it's because a lot of men really control the finances. Maybe not control the finances, but a lot of men out there that are married.
Like I was saying, it's like a generational thing. The guys took care of it for a long time.
Yeah. So not control it, but they lead. They lead with a lot of financial decision making. I mean, that's how my household, that's how my mother and father were, and that's not right or wrong. And then some households, it's the wife, right, that's really driving the way, and that's fine. But in a lot of cases, what we see is a man leading the way, and the wife kind of saying, "Look, you got this. This is what you're doing. I just want to know that everything's going to be okay." Right. That's really Shelley in our marriage, myself and Shelley. Yeah. She knows what's going on, but she doesn't want to know every detail, right? She wants to, do what she wants to do, but she doesn't need to know every single detail. And so it's really important. There's so much we can't control, but man, this is one thing we can control by having a financial and retirement plan that considers what would happen should the other spouse pass away early, and then we're out of the loop here on all these decisions and investments that are being made, and we have no idea. That's not the position we want to be in. So we just had a couple come in from Herndon, Virginia, also within between $3 to $4 million saved, retiring. Actually, the husband is retiring very soon, but the wife is 10 years younger. This is why she was really concerned. What should happen should my husband go early? Because he's the one that's really, made all these investments and is watching the money much more closely than I am. Right. I'm really concerned, Abe. Can we put together a plan that's going to take care of myself, make sure I'm taken care of, make sure the income continues should my husband predecease me? That was the main problem and main concern when you looked at the entire retirement plan. So the solution was a phase 2 plan that focuses on protection, ongoing reviews, income for life, long-term care and health care, and really a plan that's going to put in risk protections that could mess up an amazing investment and life savings plan. So if you sound like this couple from Herndon, Virginia, and you say, you know what, Abe, that's me. My spouse leads the way with all the financial decision making. I need to make sure, I need to know that our plan will continue if I'm the surviving spouse. Go to our website, theretirementkey.com. Click on the Contact Us tab at the top of the page, and we can make sure you have a plan that continues should you outlive your spouse as well.
You can also click on the links that we have posted in the show notes, or again, our website, theretirementkey.com.
Thanks for listening to the Retirement Key Podcast with Abe Abish. To learn more about Abich Financial Services, visit theretirementkey.com. And join Abe for his radio show, The Retirement Key, Saturdays at 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Sundays at 2 p.m. on WMAL.
Investment advisory services offered through Abich Financial Wealth Management, LLC, number 310633, a registered investment advisor firm. Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if Abraham Abish is licensed in your state, please call 571-577-9968. Abich Financial Services is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Abich Financial Services, Inc., Virginia Insurance License number 127820.